and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. Well, we'll continue to be sunny today. Should have a high temperature near 71 degrees and southerly winds will be 16 to 18 miles per hour, becoming westerly this afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 37 miles per hour. We expect increasing clouds tonight with a low temperature around 34 degrees. Westerly winds continue 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming northerly after midnight tonight. And winds tonight could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. We'll be cloudy tomorrow through mid-morning, then gradually clearing. Our high temperature tomorrow a little bit cooler in an area of 53 degrees. Winds will be out of the northeast at 5 to 9 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. And our wind chill value tomorrow morning will be as low as 27 degrees. Tomorrow night, skies will be mostly cloudy, with low temperature around 30 degrees with a light northerly wind. Then Sunday, we expect sunny skies with a high temperature again around the mid-50s, with calm winds becoming northwesterly around 6 miles per hour. Skies will be clear Sunday night, low around 35. Then Monday, we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 69 degrees. We'll be clear Monday night, low temperature around 44. Then Tuesday, sunny again with a high temperature near 72. Mostly clear skies in the forecast for Tuesday night, low around 47. Then Wednesday, a chance of showers is back in the forecast with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 70 degrees. Chances for showers continue Wednesday night with mostly cloudy skies, low around 44. And Thursday should be sunny with a high temperature near 68 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
March is Women's History Month, the month set aside to honor women's contributions to American history. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. I think of all that my mother went through and her mother before her during this month. Grandma Doris was born during the influenza pandemic that killed more people than the Great War. Her mother died of that flu when Grandma was just a year old. She was born before women had the right to vote. When she and Grandpa farmed in the Illinois river bottoms, there was no cab on the tractor, and Grandma wore long sleeves, pants, gloves, and a straw hat with a wide brim to shade her face from the sun. She passed the GED test and received her high school diploma when she was 75 years old. Her first ride in a commercial airplane was with me to visit my aunt, her daughter, in Colorado. She was 78. The pilot came out and gave her wings. When I think of the changes she saw in her lifetime, not only in agriculture, but in communications, technology, medicine, culturally, socially, and politically, I am in awe. Hers is a story not unlike many others born and married into life on the family farm in the early 1900s. It is a story of perseverance. It is a story of partnership. It is the history many of us share. Women have always worked in the fields alongside their families on farms in this country, but their role in agriculture, both on and off the farm, was not fully recognized until more recent years. Quite often, these extraordinary women are the glue that holds the family and the farm together. These women who can mend a pair of jeans and the fence that ripped them are a special sort and should be celebrated. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. Outpacing the competition with innovations fueled by Bayer's R&D, keeping you equipped with an expanded portfolio, elite genetics, and additional local test plots. Channel leads the field, so you can rise above. See how you can save at channel.com/finance24. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
As As planting season gets underway, the Missouri Fertilizer Control Board encourages ag producers across the state to perform routine maintenance on fertilizer application equipment. This maintenance ensures nutrients are applied both at the right time and the right rate. Fertilizer application accuracy protects water resources, improves crop yields, and saves on cost per acre. Learn more at mofcb.com/maintenance.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Today at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, you'll find KCO coolant leak repair for $15.49. Hot Shot Secret Stiction Eliminator Diesel Oil Additive only $49.99. And Park City Conventional Motor Oil, 5 quarts and a microguard filter for $25.99. Stop by today and save at K&H Auto Supply in Salem.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
Hey, it's Fitz, F-I-T with a Z from the Country Top 40 Countdown. Inviting you to join me to find out if Post Malone and Luke Combs are going to stay at number 1 with Guy for That. Anything can happen. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Light direct cash cattle business was reported Thursday, and cash hogs were steady to higher. I'm John Perkins with a Brownfield Livestock Update. Direct cash cattle business yesterday was pretty light, mostly at 196 to 197 on the live basis in the South. That's steady to $1 lower than a week ago. There was also some dress business reported at 310 in the North, but not enough to establish a trend. Trade overall this week has been light, mostly at 195 to 197 live, steady to 2 lower than last week, with a handful of sales at 310 to 314 dressed in Iowa and Nebraska. Looks like the rest of the week's direct activity is going to wait until today. At the Apache Livestock Auction feeder cattle sale in Oklahoma, feeder steers were steady to 5 lower, with feeder heifers weighing 600 to 700 pounds 10 higher, and feeder heifers weighing more than 700 pounds were 5 to 10 lower. Steer calves are up 10, while heifer calves weighing less than 500 pounds are 15 to 20 higher, and heifer calves weighing more than 500 pounds are 4 to 10 lower. USDA says demand was good for a good to attractive quality offering, with receipts below last week and last year. Medium and large number 1 feeder steers weighing 550 to 650 pounds range from 314 to 345. Medium and large number 1 feeder heifers weighing 600 to 700 pounds reported at 257.50 to 309.50. Box beef closed mixed with light to moderate movement. Choice was down 42 cents at 313.12. Select beef was up 98 cents at 303.51. The estimated cattle slaughter of 122,000 head was up 4,000 in the week, but down modestly on the year. Cash hogs were steady to higher with light to moderate negotiated numbers for the major direct markets, as it looks like those buyers at the major direct markets still needed a few near-term numbers to finish out the week. Even with a pause on tariffs against Mexico and now Canada, overall export demand is a question mark because of those trade issues. National direct barrels and gilts are 49 cents higher at the base price range of 82 to 93 for a weighted average of 90.77. Iowa Southern Minnesota was up $1.02, and the Western Corn Belt was 114 higher, with both averaging 91.31. Pork closed a penny higher at 96.49. Picnics, ribs, and hams are modestly to sharply higher, while loins, butts, and bellies are modestly to sharply lower. The estimated hog slaughter of 485,000 head was down 4,000 on the week, but up more than 13,000 on the year. We are online at brownfieldagnews.com. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube. John Perkins, Brownfield.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate, paid for by Bayer.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dane County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday, or check it out online. Clarice Faye Heyman, age 99 of Salem, passed away Monday, March 3rd. Funeral services for Faye Heyman will be Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Faye Heyman will take place this afternoon and evening from 4 until 6. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Dry Fork Cemetery Fund or Corinth Baptist Church. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Clarice Faye Heyman of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Beth Ann Gillum, age 54 of Bellevue, passed away Monday, March 3rd. Memorial gathering will be held from 5 to 7 this evening at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel, with memorial services occurring tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at the Living Hope Church. Memorial contributions may be made to Wilson Mortuary to help with final expenses. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Beth Ann Gilliam of Bellevue, Missouri, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. Jewel Marie Fuel of Davisville passed away Saturday, March 1st at the age of 84 years. Funeral services for Jewel Marie Fuel will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation this afternoon and evening from 5 to 8 at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home. Entry will be at the Davisville Cemetery, Davisville, Missouri. Memorials may be given to the Davisville Cemetery, and all arrangements for Jewel Marie Fuel of Davisville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Kirsten Lorraine Reuter of Boss passed away Monday, March 3rd at the age of 21 years. Funeral services for Kirsten Reuter will be Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Visitation will also be on Saturday starting at 12 noon and continuing service time at 2 at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Burial will be in the Boss Cemetery, and all arrangements for Kirsten Lorraine Reuter of Boss are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. Ricky Frank Tiefenthaler, age 70 of Salem, passed away Tuesday, March 4th. Memorial services for Ricky Tiefenthaler will be Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel, with visitation for family and friends of Ricky Tiefenthaler also on Saturday from 2 until 4 o'clock. Memorial contributions may be made to Wilson Mortuary to help with final expenses. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Ricky Frank Tiefenthaler of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away, there's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news. It's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. Intercounty Electric Cooperative announced their youth tour essay finalist on Monday of this week. The youth tour is an all-expense-paid trip to our nation's capital where participants go with more than 100 students from the Show Me State and over 2,000 students nationwide to tour museums, visit America's most cherished monuments, and even meet their elected officials, all the while learning about electric cooperatives and their role in the community. The top 3 finalists for Salem include McKenna Faulkner, Riley Rimster, and Knox Smith. Licking's finalists are Carson Walker, Noah Umfleet, and Sadie Hutzel. Ariella Tarvin, Katie Carpenter, and Kieran Goodridge are the finalists from St. James, and Valerie Liang, Mary Paluzzi, and Lucas Barnes are Rolla's finalists. Congratulations to all these students as well as finalists in Mountain Grove, Houston, Summersville, and Kabul. First place winners from each school will earn a seat on the youth tour, while runners-up from each school will receive an all-expense-paid trip to participate in the Cooperative Youth Conference and Leadership Experience in Jefferson City. On Thursday, March 6, Denton County Prosecutor Andrew Curley reports that Travis Fudge pled guilty to tampering with a motor vehicle, burglary in the second degree, felony stealing, and the possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine. Fudge was sentenced to 6 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections as recommended by Prosecutor Curley. An accident occurred Monday morning around 9:20 in Iron County on Highway 32, about 8 miles east of Bixby, that took the life of 2 young adults. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2011 Toyota Camry driven westbound by a 21-year-old male from Desloge was passing an uninvolved vehicle and struck a 2021 Nissan Sentra driven eastbound by a 67-year-old woman from Salem head-on. The driver of the Toyota was pronounced dead at the scene by Deputy Coroner John Setzer from Iron County. The 21-year-old female occupant of the Camry, who was from Viburnum, was taken to Mercy Hospital in St. Louis, where she was pronounced deceased at 4 o'clock Monday afternoon by physician's assistant Elizabeth Watson. The Salem woman suffered moderate injuries and was taken by Arch helicopter to Mercy Hospital in St. Louis. According to the report, no one in either vehicle was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. Both vehicles were totaled and removed from the scene by Abney's Towing. Another accident occurred, but this one was in Phelps County Tuesday afternoon at 12:34 on Highway 63 south of Magnolia Lane, and it left a woman from Licking with moderate injuries. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2011 Kia Sorento, driven northbound by a 62-year-old female from Licking, traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck 2 trees. The woman, who was wearing a seat restraint, suffered moderate injuries and was taken to Phelps Health in Rolla by Phelps Health EMS. The Kia was self-towed from the scene. The Denton County Health Center Board of Trustees met Thursday evening, February 25th at 5 o'clock. Administrator Zach Moser presented the Service and Statistics Report. In the Communicable Disease Report, he stated there were 5 cases of COVID-19, 44 active lead cases, 83 influenza A cases, which was the highest number since December of 2022. 3 animal bite reports, and there were 12 screenings for sexually transmitted infections, resulting in 55 total tests. The environmental report by Assistant Administrator Roman Jones showed there were 7 total inspections conducted, no recalls, no sewer complaints, and 17 environmental questions were fielded. The maternal child health, also referred to as MCH statistics, showed there was 1 car seat distributed, no CPR courses, no consultations for for child care health, no Show Me Healthy Women appointments, 20 Title X appointments, 4 presumptive eligibility, which are temporary Medicaid, and 345 WIC appointments. The community-specific services summary showed 446 total appointments other than WIC, 251 total provider appointments, 115 treatment court visits, 183 lab appointments, and 46 immunization appointments. Nurse practitioner service details showed no Show Me Healthy Women appointments, 8 family plannings, 2 well child visits, 11 online appointments, 4 other well women exams, 2 other physicals, no KSMO physicals, 22 other visits, and 69 acute illness appointments. Physician service details showed no well visits, 5 online appointments, 5 other physicals, no KSMO physicals, 41 other visits, and 82 acute illness visits. Laboratory details showed 158 individual patients, 22 appointments for rapid tests for COVID, flu, RSV, or strep, 5 pregnancy tests, and 9 lead tests reported. Immunizations for November, that's the immunizations would be for January, totaled 16 for COVID-19, 23 for influenza, and 37 other vaccines given for a total of 76 total doses given. In the administrator's report, Moser reported that the health center would conduct a health fair May 2nd, plus he discussed the impact of the winter weather that hit February 18th. Moser went on to report that the community health assessment is underway and there will be a meeting with community leaders March 12th, which will be followed up by a survey and data collection. Then a priority-setting meeting will be held. He reported on the approval of a grant from the Dent County Opioid Settlement Fund to support a transportation program. Dent County Health Center will use their existing van to give riders around town primarily for non-medical reasons. A proposed fee schedule was discussed and the board approved the addition of the driver position. Moser discussed the NACCHO grant that the Dent County Health Center was awarded to facilitate a wastewater monitoring program in Dent County. Financial reports were reviewed and approved. In new business, Moser reported that Brooke Bowman, the SMDH CEO, had approached him about sharing providers. Dent County Health Center would lease providers to SMDH to see patients in the SMDH clinic for a few hours a day to assist with walk-ins. The board moved to authorize Moser to negotiate and finalize an agreement with SMDH regarding provider leasing. A roll call vote was taken with board member Lori Haston abstaining, and the rest of the board voting in favor of the motion. No closed session was held. The next regular meeting of the Dent County Health Center Board of Trustees was set for Thursday, March 20th at 5 o'clock in the evening. The Missouri Department of Conservation reminds hunters, trappers, anglers, and other outdoor enthusiasts they can get free copies of its updated booklets beginning in mid-March on 2025 spring turkey hunting regulations and information and summary of Missouri hunting and trapping regulations at MDC regional offices, MDC nature centers, and other places where permits are sold. MDC's 2025 summary of Missouri fishing regulations booklet will be available at vendors and MDC offering beginning in April. View booklet information online at mdc.mo.gov using the search tool at the top of the home page. The handy booklets have information on related permits, seasons, species, regulations, limits, conservation areas, sunrise and sunset tables, and more. Learn more about hunting and trapping in Missouri at mdc.mo.gov/hunting-trapping. Learn more about fishing in Missouri at mdc.mo.gov/fishing. Volunteers for AARP have been helping Dent County citizens with free tax filing assistance at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. Make your appointment now by calling the Salem Community Center at 729-8163, as openings are available from Friday, March 14th through April 4th. This local service is provided entirely by AARP trained volunteers and will be the 21st year that Healthy Dent County has partnered with AARP to provide this free tax service to our community. AARP Foundation tax-aided volunteers are trained in filing certain tax forms and schedules, including the Form 1040. However, the Volunteer Protection Act requires that our volunteers stay in the scope of the program. If counselors feel they do not have adequate knowledge or your return is too complex, you may need to seek additional qualified counselor or paid tax assistance. The Salem Community Center at the Armory is located at 1200 West Rolla Road here in Salem, and appointments can be made by calling 573-729-8163. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
The Tigers.
Catch and shoot deep three. Good. Splashed it home from deep.
Play.
Puts up a floater. Good. He got fouled. A career high 27.
Here.
Jammed down for his first Missouri field goal.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
I need all of you to join hands and help build something special.
Catch every game all season long right here.
Ball fake. Now deep three. Left wing good.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem boys basketball Tigers will face the Owensville Dutchmen tonight in the Class 4 District 3 championship game starting at 6 o'clock. Salem enters the game with a 14-14 record, while Owensville is 14-12 on the season. Salem has not won the district championship since 2005, and Owensville has not won since 1996. Admission to the game is $6 per person who is 6 years of age and older. The game will be carried on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7, and also audio streamed on KSMO Media. The game will be video streamed on Misha.tv, and the cost is $10 plus other fees per device. The broadcast tonight will begin around 5:45 with Tiger Talk and Coach Jared Patterson. The St. Louis Blues beat the LA Kings Wednesday night 3-2 as Robert Thomas scored the winner in the shootout. Jake Neighbors and Thomas scored in regulation for the Blues, who are 5-1-1 since the break. The Blues will be at Anaheim to face the Ducks tonight starting at 8:30 with the pregame show, and Saturday will be in Los Angeles to play the Kings again, starting with the pregame show at 6:30. You can hear the games on KSMO. The Missouri basketball Tigers wrap up their regular season Saturday morning against Kentucky beginning at 10:30 on KSMO Radio. Missouri is 21-9 overall and 10-7 in the SEC Conference. Kentucky is 20-10 on the year and 9-8 in the SEC Conference. St. Louis Cardinals will play the Houston Astros today in the Grapefruit League before taking on Washington Saturday and the New York Yankees on Sunday. Saturday's game will be delayed and can be heard on KSMO Radio at 1:55, and the Sunday game will be at 11:55 on KSMO. Kansas City Royals play the LA Angels of Anaheim tonight in the Cactus League before playing a split squad doubleheader on Saturday with San Francisco and Texas. On Sunday, the Royals will play Milwaukee. Kansas City has announced that Mike Moustakas will retire a Royal on May 31st as he will sign a one-day contract. There will be a pregame ceremony to honor Moose and the impact he had on Kansas City and the 2015 World Series winning the Royals team. And that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for Look at Sports from the Missouri Net.
Bill Pollock, Missouri State lost their final Missouri Valley tournament 70-55 to Illinois State, a disappointing 9-23 season in the return of Coach Conzo Martin. The Bears play in Conference USA next season.
Well, for me, it's just basketball. As a basketball coach, you have 13 to 15 guys on a roster, and my job is to represent Missouri State to the best of my ability to make sure we create, develop, and location doesn't matter to me. It's basketball.
Lindenwood lost their Ohio Valley tournament game 69-55 to Tennessee State, ending their year at 16-17. Tonight, top-seeded KSMO faces Little Rock in the OVC semifinal. 15th-ranked Mizzou basketball stumbling at the end here, losing 3 of their last 4, all of them on the road. Tomorrow, the Tigers back in front of a sellout crowd at Mizzou Arena for an 11 a.m. tip against number 19 Kentucky. The home court has been kind to the Tigers during SEC play. They have a 7-1 record. Former Mizzou offensive lineman Mitch Morse announced he's retiring from the NFL after 10 seasons. His career started with the Chiefs. He also played at Buffalo and Jacksonville. He started all 17 games last year and ranked 4th among centers in pass blocking rate. The Chiefs drafted him in the 2nd round in 2015, and he played center in the NFL. He was primarily a guard at Mizzou. The St. Louis Blues play the Ducks tonight. Colton Parayko out at least 6 weeks after suffering a knee injury in the win over L.A. on Wednesday.
It's devastating. It's you feel for the player, having an amazing year, amazing guy, big part of our team. So that's a big blow for us.
That's Cam Fowler, who spent 15 seasons with the Ducks, talking about Parayko, who has 15 goals and 20 assists in 62 games this season. And what will it be like for him to return to Anaheim?
It's going to be fun, emotional, some nerves about the whole thing too. But overall, I think it's just going to be a fun experience for me. Get back, a place that I spent a lot of years in.
Royals are playing the Angels this afternoon. It's the Cardinals in Houston tonight. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Life can be tough. Sometimes it feels like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. No matter what you're going through, help is always available. 988 is more than just a number. It's a lifeline for anyone who's struggling. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or you just need someone to talk to, 988 is there for you. 24/7 confidential support. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to feel better. Reach out to 988. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click. Use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure our world.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40 Countdown. And if you missed us, Post Malone and Luke Combs took over at number 1 last week with Guy for That. And this weekend, they're going to be facing Jelly Roll and Jordan Davis because they are right behind them. And they're all going for that number 1 ring with the bling. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Here at KSMO, it's now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. After the top of 1 o'clock hour, I'm going to come back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, you can get Seafoam High Mileage Motor Oil Treatment for $10.59. That's for the 16-ounce size. Seafoam Concentrated Fuel Injector Cleaner for $4.49 for the 5 1/4-ounce size. And Mac products starting at $2.59 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store today at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard, right here in Salem.
It's the 50th anniversary of Missouri Net. Hall of Fame sports broadcaster John Rooney worked for the network in the early years.
Congratulations to Learfield, Missouri Net. 50 years. I don't know where the time went, but it's unbelievable where Missouri Net evolved into the Tiger Network and then on to Learfield Sports and how big that has become over the years, all out of the little area of Jefferson City, Missouri. To say I was a part of that, I'm quite proud.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Several counties in southwest Missouri are under a red flag warning this afternoon. A combination of strong winds, low humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to a wildfire quickly spreading and getting out of control. The Missouri Supreme Court is scheduled to hear a lawsuit next week challenging the state's minimum wage law. Elisa Nelson reports.
The High Court is set to hear the arguments about Proposition A, the voter-passed law that increased the state's minimum wage and requires paid sick leave for workers. The suit was brought by numerous business interests, including the Missouri Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Associated Industries of Missouri, and the Missouri Restaurant Association.
And a St. Louis County judge has ruled that the city of Baldwin erred in firing ex-police chief Doug Schaeffler. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the city did not allow Schaeffler the chance to defend himself during his termination hearing, which violates the Missouri Administrative Procedures Act. This is MissouriNet.
The Missouri